So when you walk up and you see Sam, are you like crook or are you like amazing?
I'm nothing. I'm so nervous and terrified because they had me go out first. So I was like, oh my freaking God, what do I do? I'm going to fall. I'm very clumsy. I'm the clumsiest person you'll ever meet. Like, I'm so bad. Sam just is like always, okay, careful, now careful.
Funny.
So I was just so paranoid about falling over or anything like that. And I did see him and I knew that he was tall and he was handsome and everything, but I was so scared, and even about, trying to get him to say my name and everything, that I didn't even remember if I asked him his name or if I didn't. And then I forgot that he told me what his name was. So when I said, okay, I'll see you at the cocktail party or whatever, and the producers asked me, how they do the little videos of the girl straight after you meet him. They're like, oh, so what's his name? I was like,
oh, that's so good.
I don't know his name. But yeah, I was really nervous. I knew he was, So I remembered handsome, and that was it. And there was just so much nerves that I just blanked out. Yeah, no idea.
And you did think you were going to last about 2 weeks. You're saying you didn't even take enough clothes in.
No. I just brought minimal. I didn't think I was going to make it as far as I did. So after a few weeks, I was like, shit, I have to make this wardrobe
look different.
Yeah, I have to constantly. So it was like you bought accessories. So I'd get my accessories out and kind of, okay, all right, I can wear this with this and that and that and that. So I'd have to kind of recycle the wardrobe quite a bit.
And it's like lockdown in there, isn't it? So you don't know anything. Do you know any news that goes on outside?
Nothing that goes on. So
why
you're like,
can't they tell you? Is it so you don't talk about? Oh, it would be because when it
time
plays
difference.
out.
Yeah.
Of course. So you're not talking about something that's been in the paper on camera.
Yeah. If there was something major that happened out in world news, they'd tell us. But
you couldn't
nothing.
talk about it on camera.
No. They'll be like, stay on topic, girls. Talk about love. Talk about feelings. Yeah.
And how close are the cameras when you two are chatting and stuff?
Quite close.
Oh God, I don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
Were you really? Did you forget they were there?
You do.
Wow.
You kind of get used to them.
Because the Kardashians say that, and I'm like, I don't think I could forget a camera being in my face. Yeah, you get used to them.
Yeah, you kind of start forgetting that they're there, and I think you develop a relationship with the guys behind the camera and the guys on the mics and everything. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, we know them now. You're not so nervous or intimidated by the cameras or anything.
But then what about when you go to kiss and they're like, they're
our
there?
first kiss was really early on, so I was.
Was yours first date?
No.
Your kiss?
No, it was on our first date, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But it wasn't the first
Dirty
date.
bird.
Yeah. He came in for it, so I was like, hey, gotta go with it.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So it was on camera.
And were you thinking, oh my God?
I was thinking, oh my God. He's going to see this. My mum and dad are going to see this. If he doesn't pick me at the end, I'm so dead.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, so I was like, all these thoughts were going through my mind, like even in our culture, I was like, Macedonian community and everything. I was like, oh, they're going to think I'm the biggest skank right now. Oh my God,
funny.
I'm kissing this guy on TV and he's not going to choose me in the end because I'm only here for 2 weeks. But yeah, so all that stuff was going through my head. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love that that's going through your head while that's happening.
Yeah, it's all happening. Yeah, it's all of it. Yeah.
And so then your life changed hugely.
Massively.
Because you were in Perth, you were studying, living with your folks. So when you took Sam to your hometown, you literally are taking him to your parents' house where he meets everyone.
Yeah.
Did you straight away go, okay, I can move to Melbourne, I can do this?
Yeah, well, I thought, okay, if he chooses me, I'm going to have to put thought into that and everything.
Yeah.
But, if it was, it just needed to see. I wasn't, at that point, I was thinking, okay, let's just see where he goes.
Right.
But the potential to have to move there, I was like, okay, if I have to move, if things go well with this guy and he is who he says he is and he's not saying to me what he's saying to every other girl and his feelings for me are genuine, well then that's something that, I'm going to consider.
Right. Did you find it hard after it? Did you watch it back and go, oh, this hurts a bit?
I didn't watch a lot of it.
Right.
Sam would give me the heads up for some of them. He'd be like, okay, so I'm kissing this chick on this one. So if you don't want to see it, I suggest you don't watch tonight.
And were you okay with that? I don't know how I would feel about that.
I didn't like it.
No, you couldn't. No. Obviously you couldn't.
Yeah. So I wasn't, oh, I know it was weird because I knew that it had to happen, so it kind of made it a bit easier, but still watching is just a whole different thing. Like just watching him is like, oh.
Yeah, and you would have got the shits with him even though he kind of had to be doing it.
Yeah. He'd cop it after. Like, oh, so you said that to her. Oh, really? Is that like, yeah.
Because you would have heard a couple of things repeated as well.
Yeah, because like you hear the girls what they tell you when you're actually in the house.
Yeah.
So you hear, you know, what he said to him, or he'd tell me as well half the time.
Right.
But yeah, it's still hearing it and seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm quite a jealous European woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he would have copped
So,
it so
yeah,
bad.
so he copped it a bit. So he'd be like, like he'd know straight away. He'd be like, okay, before you say anything, okay, let me just tell you this. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
so,
too funny.
Yeah.
And because you were studying at the time too. So when your life moved here, it's very different.
Very different. So after the show, I continued with my studying and my working. So I ended up finishing my degree after the show. Yeah.
Right.
So I finished it after the show before I moved to Melbourne. So I graduated and everything. So that was all done.
Yeah.
And then the big move to Melbourne happened. So that huge, big different. Like gone from living in Perth, close-knit family, like in each other's faces 24/7, to, you know, studying my science degree and everything, and then coming over here and, you know, the only person I know is Sam and a few of his friends, and, you know, I don't have a job, I'm not studying, and it's very different. It was kind of taking a fish out of water, as you say, and
because you were studying forensic science, is that right?
Molecular genetics and biotechnology.
That one,
yeah.
But because did you want to work doing
in the science field? Yeah, well, I wanted to work in the science field. There were so many different areas of science that I could have gone to. So that's why I did that degree, because that kept my options open. Right. But I did love the forensic side of things.
Because you were almost considering going into the police force.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to join the plan was, had I not met Sam, that once I finished my degree to join the police force and finish that and then get into forensics. Right. So that was the plan. Yes. That didn't really go that way. So life had different plan for me. So I'm just kind of going with what life throws at you. Yeah.
Did you find it challenging to settle in and from being a single mum who was working and studying to then thrust into the spotlight and not really being able to do that path?
Yeah, it was tough. It took a lot of adjusting. I guess I'm still adjusting now. Like I'm still constantly kind of, you know, adjusting to the way things are over here and kind of going, oh, okay, you know, I don't, like even for going out or anything, I'm like, okay, I don't have my mum here to just go, okay, you know, can you watch Eve for a little bit? Yeah. I don't know, I think I was so busy beforehand that coming here, you know, being thrust, as you said, into the spotlight where I had no intention of being at any point. Like, I know a lot of people go onto the show because they want to be, you know, on TV or on radio or something like that. I mean, what am I going to do with science on TV? Yeah, like, there's nothing. You know? Yeah. So it was a big shock. I've been quite private for a long time and then kind of being thrown into that. I didn't like it. I didn't really go to a lot of events, and I still don't go to a lot of events because I don't know, I just find it very invasive.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just feel like I don't fit into that industry, into that kind of, I don't know, it's really weird.
I hear you. And so then you guys get engaged.
Yes.
And then you have an illegitimate child. I've got 2 of them as well. Little bastard babies.
Little bastard child.
What was it like when you found out you were pregnant? How did you tell Sam?
Well, I had to do the test I just wasn't, no, yes, it is, but no, it must be wrong. So we kept trying it. I just kind of went up to him and went, I think I'm pregnant. He's like, what? He was elated. He was so excited.
Did you start crying then?
But let me try it again. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sam, I was like, but wait, let me try it again. And he goes, how many times have you tried? I said, a few, but still, let me try it again. So I tried it again and it was positive again. And he said I was pregnant and he was so excited. He was so happy. And like he said, he's tearing.
Yeah. And so your first few months was rat shit for you.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you had a few commitments that you had to go to, and you had a mate there that you were like, if I pass out, this is what you say.
Yeah. With Sally, so we went together to an event, and I was like, okay. So she was there to make sure that if I passed out or anything, if I felt really sick, that she was right there. She knew what to tell people, why I've passed out, or, if... Oh. It was a big, we planned everything because, I felt like absolute crap. Like I could barely get out of bed some days. It was so horrible. Even to pick up Eve, I was like, okay, I need to build up all my energy. I had a timer on for an hour before I had to pick her up from school. So then I can kind of work up the energy to get in the car and actually drive going, oh my God, I feel so sick. Oh my God, drive. Just make it to school, bring her back, and then that's it. So there was a lot of eating out, dining in.
Right,
takeaway during that time.
Yeah.
But it was absolutely shocking.
And then what was your labour like?
That was pretty good as far as labour goes.
Yeah, right.
It was quite quick because
good.
I was getting Braxton Hicks the whole way through, the same with Eve.
Yeah, right.
So I was saying to my obstetrician, I was like, how do I know if when I'm actually in labour, when I'm pregnant? Because I always he's like, oh, you're going to know. I was like, oh, I don't know, because with Eve I didn't know.
Right.
I just kind of...
What do you mean you didn't? So you didn't know when you were actually fully in labour?
Yeah,
with her?
I didn't know that I was in labour when I was in labour because I was still getting the Braxton Hicks, so I just thought it was that same thing. He was like, oh, you're going to know. I was like, okay then. So when it came closer to, the due date, so I was getting the Braxton Hicks, but they were happening a lot sooner, but then they weren't. So I was like, Sam, I don't know. He's like, we're going to have, one of our friends is here. He wants to go have breakfast, I was like, yeah, okay, but I'm just going to keep an eye on my contractions because I think they're a bit closer, but I'm not sure. I said, I don't know. I was like, but yeah, let's go out for breakfast. And he's like, no, we're not going out for breakfast. He freaked out straight away. He was like at home in 2 seconds. I was like, no, I'm fine. So I was, doing the laundry and stuff. I was like, I'm fine. Trust me. He goes, no, but call the nurse. Because the doctors had told me to call up straight away because I didn't really know
if you were going to be in labour or not. Right.
So they're like, because your firstborn happened so quick, you went into, you had her really quickly, chances are you'll have this one really quick as well.
Right.
And we don't want to, you to be in labour and you have her at home type of thing, and you don't know. It's like you might be really quick because Eve was only a few hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For first baby too.
Yeah, so that's why they're like, if the second you start to go, let us know. So I rang her up and she said, oh, just keep an eye on her, and we'll see. So I did. Right. So we went for a walk with Sam. We picked up Cinnamon and new kitten that day. We drove to the airport. And I think when we were driving to the airport, I was like, yeah, this is starting to kind of feel tighter and a bit painful because my Braxton Hicks weren't hurting me. Right. But it was starting to get a bit tight and I could feel my stomach tightening. But I was still like, yeah, we're fine. We're good. And then so we went to the airport, picked up the cat, brought her back. So Eve had the kitten. And then Sam called his brother over, said, you know what, can you just stay here with Eve and the cat? We're going to go to the hospital just to make sure everything's okay, to make, So we brought our bags with us because Sam insisted to bring them. And I was like, no, we're going to be back home. We're fine. I'm fine. I'm not in labour. So we go to the hospital and they ring up the doctor and they're like, yeah, you're in labour, but, we don't know how long it's going to take. You're definitely in labour. We're like, okay. So they said, go for a walk for about an hour and the doctor will come and he'll let us know if you need to go back home, if it's going to be long or...
Right.
So we went to Macca's. Across the road. I went to Macca's.
Go for a walk across the road to Macca's.
Well, they said stay inside the hospital, but I knew Macca's was across the road. I said no.
My quarter pounder with cheese,
no,
is it?
we're going to Big Mac meal.
Big Mac meal, right.
And a cheeseburger as well. So Big Mac meal and a cheeseburger.
Before you push that kid out.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. And Sam's like, I'm not messing with her. That's what she wants. That's what she gets.
Right.
I don't think I ate a lot of it because the contractions started to come on a bit stronger, but it was still okay. So we walked back to the hospital and then the doctor came in and then examined me and everything. He's like, oh yeah, you're definitely having this baby. And I was like, okay, but can we go home? He goes, no, you're having her within a few hours. Like you're having her now. And I was like, oh my God, no.
Wow.
So within a few hours, like once he said that, I think I asked Sam for a drink because I was still okay.
Right.
I was like, Sam, can you give me something to drink? I'm thirsty. By the time Sam went to the vending machine and came back with a water or a solo, I don't know what it was, I was like in full blown labour, like in that little walk.
Yeah.
So I was fully dilated straight away. So like,
and ready to push.
So so that happened really quick from the point they said, okay,
this is happening.
Yeah. And then they thought they was going to spend hours to, dilate to 10 centimetres, whatever it was, but it happened quite quick. Right. And the nurses were outside, apparently they were saying, we're putting bets down as to whether you're going to have your baby before my shift is over or not.
Oh, how
because you seem like a quiet achiever because you've gone from nothing to this, so you're going to have her. So we're putting on down bets, so make sure, I want to win this. Right. So they were betting outside as to when I was going to have Willow. But yeah, within a few hours, I'd had her. So, so it was about 7:38 that Len examined me, and then at about 10:30, 10:28, I had her. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I had her. It was full on. There was a bit of swearing.
Yes.
But Sam was great support. He was really good. I don't think I would have been able to get through that without drugs or epidural without Sam there. So he was really good,
Yeah. Isn't it just so full on?
Yeah.
And then now can you get any of the sensation? Like after it, I was like, that was the most fucking full on thing. I was breaking in half and now I can't get any of it. Like even if I try and remember.
No,
like,
you can't. People say, what's it like? And I was like, you can't.
You can't.
No. But
did you
freaking horrendous. Huh?
Did you film any of it?
No.
Right. I filmed mine.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I love watching it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You filmed it. I think it's like embedded in Sam's head, everything that happened.
For sure.
But
we watched it back once though, and I was on all fours. And I think I've told this before, but I'm watching it with my Sam and I'm like, oh my God, I thought the baby was out by this time. And he goes, you're looking at the wrong hole. My asshole went as big as my fucking head.
Are you kidding me?
Mate, you have no idea what your body's doing down there. I was
so you actually videoed from that end. I thought you were just in the room.
No, she videoed from right on, and then there's the bum hole and then the other hole in the... Yeah, mate, your body is like... Yeah, yours would done the same.
I told Sam not to go down there. I said, don't you dare go down there. But he went down there. I can't believe it. I said, don't you go down there. Oh, no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. But he went. He went there.
Yeah, because I mean, it would be so different that, like you've got to, that's incredible to see that come out though.
Is that what happens?
Mate, yeah. How did you do it? Were you on your back or
I was on my back, yeah.
Okay, so yours probably didn't go as big. Yeah, because I was like pushing. I'm like, I'm going to shit. She's like, no, you're having the baby.
Yeah, it's weird that sensation, isn't it?
Yeah, you literally feel like
so you obviously had yours naturally as well.
Yeah, I did hypnobirthing, but mind you, so it's like it was just a tool belt for me. I really it was like focusing on your breathing, picturing this, and it helped Sam as well to his role in there as well. But mind you, I screamed for an epidural, but I was too late.
Yeah.
Like when you're at that point where you're like,
oh my God, give it to me now.
And they know too, and they're like, okay, well go and get it, and you're like, you're fucking lying to me.
You're not going to bring it. Yeah, I was saying to them, I was like, okay, so there's no window. I can ask for it at any time. No window, like there's no, oh no, it's too late. No, you'll be fine.
Did you feel that instant, oh, I love you?
Yeah, I did.
So nice.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Oh, I didn't have that.
Really?
Nah, not for like 10 weeks.
Really?
Nah, like I loved the baby and I'm like, I need to protect this baby. But I remember it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like,
really?
Oh my God, I'm so in love.
Really?
Yeah, but it took my first one.
Because
he didn't smile for 10 weeks and it was his first smile and I'm like,
oh my God,
you're
really?
there. Thank God, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
My second one was wasn't as long, but it does. I don't have that instant.
I was the opposite. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to love this little one as much as I did Eve.
Right.
So I was like, I don't think I can love anybody as much or any new baby as much as I love Eve. I always thought that it would be different.
Right.
And I wouldn't be able to, but it was kind of the opposite. So to me, seeing her and having her on my chest, as soon as you have her, they pop her on your chest. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, so I was like, it was almost a sense of relief as well, how much.
Yeah, that you had those feelings.
Yeah, because I was just so worried that I wasn't going to be able to love her as much as I love Eve.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because you do assume that you won't. But then you see people with 4 or 5 kids and they love them all.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's more in there somewhere.
Yeah, there is. It's in there. So I was like very relieved about that. But yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And so now she's still super tiny.
Yeah.
How have you found the first first
Quite good.
3 to 4 months,
Quite.
second time round?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, I have to say. I'm not a spring chicken this time round, obviously.
Yeah.
Like with Eve, I had a lot more energy and everything. With Willow, I do get a bit more tired.
Yes.
But at the same time, you know, I've got Sam and Eve helping me out and I get to have my little rests here and there. But it's
Yeah.
been amazing. It's been like I'm not as finicky about little things with Willow, and I'm more comfortable holding her and, you know, just basically flip her around and do this and that. I'm not, you know, she's not like wrapped up in cotton wool like Eve was.
Yeah.
Eve was very much so like, like I put her down carefully. With Willow, it's like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like that with Willow. So she's getting thrown around a bit more than Eve did. But yeah, I've got Eve helping me, and she's
that is
incredible.
unreal.
Incredible,
Yeah.
yeah. So she's really good with her sister.
She will be like a second mum.
Yeah, she absolutely adores her.
Was she there when you had did you ever think of having her in the room?
We did. And we discussed that with Len, our obstetrician, and he thought maybe it's a bit too full on for her.
Yeah.
And knowing Eve, Eve's very...
sensitive.
Yeah, she's very sensitive, and that would have anything scarred her for life, seeing me in that much pain and not being able to do anything. So we kind of discussed it, all three of us, you know, with we discussed it with Eve, Sam, Eve and I. We sat down, we talked about it, and we said, look, you'll be the first person that comes to see Willow as soon as she's born, and that's what we did. So we brought Eve in straight away. Like, she was the first person that saw Willow after the birth in our little circle. So yeah, so Eve's been amazing. Sam's been incredible as well.
Yeah, yeah. You just we were saying how and doing it once on your own and now once with Sam, you realise, oh my God, if you don't have a good partner, if your partner's invested, how different it is.
Oh, it's so much. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It kind of, I don't know. I'm less on edge, less stressed out. I know that he's got my back, and you know, a lot of mornings when he knows that we've had a rough night with Willow, or she hasn't gone to sleep very well, you know, she's been up for hours during the night or crying, you know, he'll wake up in the morning, and when she stirs, he'll quickly pick her up and take her if he sees that I'm asleep, and just kind of watch her for a few hours so I can get my sleep in the morning. And even like the other night, I was exhausted, and he let even Willow and I sleep, and him and Eve made dinner, and they had dinner, and they didn't bother waking us up, and just knowing that there's somebody, you know, to look after Eve, and just there's somebody to kind of...
Well, and somebody else that loves this little thing like you do, and you can do it together.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's amazing.
He's a ridiculously incredible stepdad too.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not all for show. It's like when there's no cameras or microphones on, the way he talks about her is incredible. Like, he legitimately loves her so much.
He does, yeah.
And when he posts
really
pictures, it's like my girls. And
I love that. It's kind of so
special.
heartwarming, yeah.
Well, and as a mum, you know, to have a guy come into your world when it's just been the two of you, and then to have him that invested. Because he was saying he gave her first phone. Is that right? Because he wanted to call her and build a relationship with her when you were in Perth. Instead of going through you to speak to her.
Yeah,
that's
so
pretty
he
cool.
did do that, yeah.
My stepdad got us Maltesers. That's how he won us over. An iPhone's way better than Maltesers.
iPhone wins, yeah.